Good morning. Here we go. It's Friday, everybody. Friday, May, on a chilly morning where we have some pollen levels this morning on the moderate side. So the temperature keeping those levels down a little bit. We have moderate counts this morning for birch, a moderate count as well for ash, and we have moderate counts this morning for aspen and poplar. Put all those together and guess what? That's your total pollen level this morning of moderate. Brought to you by Reaction. We like to thank them as well. It is indeed a chilly day outdoors, a day where you're going to need to maybe even perhaps put on a winter coat, as we have current conditions sitting in Toronto, sitting right around +1 right now. -2 up through Muskoka, 1 over towards the east of us, Peterborough and Ottawa. We take a look over to Windsor, sitting at about 4. I should give a shout out to Bancroft. If you check my Twitter this morning, you will see the snowy conditions that they woke up to in Bancroft, even through Haliburton. Wind chill this morning sits at about -4, so that's what it feels like as you head your way out the door for essential services. We take a look, and right now we are seeing some current flurry activity down into southwestern Ontario. That's over towards Chatham, possibly seeing some of that into Stratford through the London area. That's all wind related, and that's coming off of Lake Huron. With that, we have a chance of a rain-snow mix this afternoon here in Toronto. Daytime highs of 5. We're going to dip down to -3, which is near record-breaking for a low for this evening. 6 degrees tomorrow. Cold start with some flurries through the day, and then on Sunday, which is Mother's Day, we're going to be grateful. We'll be grateful for sunshine and 13, but also we're always grateful for our moms. That's a look at your next 3 days weather-wise. Now it's over to Stephanie with a look at traffic.
Thank you so much, Frankie. Traffic this morning started off definitely rocky, and we are still dealing with a problem outside of my view on the eastbound 401 approaching Winston Churchill, where we have 2 right lanes blocked because of a crash. So it's heavy from about Trafalgar heading towards that crash area, and the eastbound 401 ramp to Winston Churchill, that is closed. Now, we had earlier problems on the eastbound 401 near Weston, which is what's behind me here. That problem is now gone. You can see that things are moving very well on the east and westbound 401, both in the express and collectors through this area. The delays were building on to the 400. As you can see, the 400 is moving well down towards the 401, and to the right of your screen, that traffic moving away from us, moving northbound. You'll find things moving quite well. So all in all, it's not a bad drive on most of our major highways and expressways. To help you stay safe and at home, Lowe's is offering free parcel shipping and curbside pickup with online purchases at lowes.ca. That's a look at your roads, and I'll send things upstairs to Mel.
Thank you so much, Steph. And a developing story we're following this morning. The fire marshal's office will be investigating the deaths of 2 people at a rooming house in Brampton overnight. This blaze erupted around 10:40 last night on Mill Street North in the Queen and Main area. Peel Regional Police have confirmed the 2 deaths, but have not released any more information on the victims. No one else was injured. So far, no word on a cause. Well, the next few days will see the gradual resumption of some businesses for the first time since the COVID lockdown began. We'll bring you to a look inside of Sheridan Gardens in Scarborough this morning. It's one of the many garden centers across Ontario reopening to the public today. You can see them getting set here. The provincial government rolling out a series of small reopenings over the coming days. Tomorrow, hardware and safety supply stores, they're going to open their doors. And on Monday, all retailers that have a street front entrance can open for curbside pickup only. Customers, as well as staff, they must adhere to physical distancing rules. And a lot of people now wondering when elective surgeries may resume. The province says there's a plan to get operating tables going again, but no start date has been chosen, saying it is still several weeks away.
We know that we need to ramp them up. We know that there is a big backlog, and we want people to be able to get these surgeries. I know it's very, very anxiety-provoking for people.
Over 50,000 procedures put on hold since March 15th due to COVID-19. Health Minister Christine Elliott says it will be up to individual hospitals and health regions to assess when they feel it is safe to resume surgeries, but they'll need to meet 2 key requirements. First, 15% of beds must be reserved for COVID patients, and second, they must have a 30-day supply of personal protective equipment available. Well, U.S. President Donald Trump testing negative for COVID-19 again, and this comes after one of his personal valets caught the virus. The valet reportedly showed symptoms earlier this week and tested positive on Wednesday. The White House confirming both Trump and Vice President Mike Pence have since been cleared. Trump also saying yesterday he is going to be tested daily, but called the tests somewhat overrated. Despite all this, the White House says if measures will be increased, there is no rule on masks and social distancing is optional in the building. And to Dallas now, where a salon owner who was jailed after refusing to close her business in violation of the state's stay-at-home order has been released. Shelley Luther was ordered to 7 days behind bars after a judge found her guilty of contempt of court. She was taken into custody Wednesday but walked free the next day after a Texas Supreme Court ruling. And that ruling described the local judge's order as a political stunt. As of today, salons in Texas can reopen.